The last day of the month in the first month of this 2010 year.
Throwing everybody's 15th off with this extra day.
Yeah.
Actually, not throwing the first off because that'll be tomorrow.
Right. Anyway, big event last night. Strike Force Miami. I thought it was exciting, man.
But in the way of Strike Force cards in the past, this is by far the most.
You thought it was doo-doo?
Not doo-doo, but just not that great.
Really?
The first fight of the night, we had Bobby Lashley facing off veteran Wes Sims.
Right. Wes Slims just looks sloppy.
Wes Slims? There's nothing slim about that.
I didn't say Slims.
I said Sims. He's 6 foot.
I said
your butthole. No, you said Wes Slims. Rewind this and listen to him say Wes
Sims,
Slims.
motherfucker. And you know what? James rolled a disclaimer because you're calling people butthole and doo-doo.
Dude, seriously.
I agree, but I just want the disclaimer to back me up.
Because when you're watching fights like this with people who are relatively uneducated about MMA,
right,
and they go, "What? He flattened out all on his own. I take it he quit." That was my girlfriend. That's what Jesse said about Wes Slims when he flattened out. And then my favorite part is he gets up to the ref and goes, "He was punching me in the throat, in the back of the head." And the ref was like, "I was warning him.
Right.
That doesn't mean stop fighting."
Right. Exactly.
So,
Wes Sims is just Wes Slims, whatever. He is just. I think he's a has-been at this point in time. Not that he's not a good fighter, but I think he's a has-been. Which moves us on to Robbie Lawler versus Melvin Manhoef. And you know why I just wanted to move on to this really quick? Because...
Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Manhoef just woke up.
Now, we put a verbal bounty. Well, our new contest is to see what exactly was Melvin Manhoef dreaming last night in the ring.
Oh, my God.
When he got knocked out. Now, I am going to call out a person. Pro Killer 91J, who called me a moron. Not a moron, but a moron, because he said I was an absolute fool to think that Robbie Lawler would knock out Melvin Manhoef. And there's a lot of other people, some of our loyal watchers, who called me a moron. But, and I'm going to speak, George, and I'm going to let you fuck the bark all you want to, buddy.
Go.
This is the thing. A Muay Thai fighter, one of the things I commonly see with Muay Thai fighters is they drop their fucking hands. They don't have any
boxing
head movement.
Head movement. Manhoef would throw a kick and his head was here. He'd throw a punch and his head was here. Well, you know what? He might even be the better striker than Robbie Lawler.
He is the better striker.
Because if he would have stayed with the kicks, he'd have kicked his leg completely off. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Lawler's in a wheelchair and that man's in a concussion center.
Right. The thing is, though, is what a lot of these people who try to analyze fights got to realize. Lawler's hands were here the whole time. Another perfect example of a fighter like that is Diaz, another perfect fighter. Scott Smith. Those guys are never out of fights because they protect themselves. Manhoef didn't protect himself. He got knocked out.
And if you go back and look at Manhoef's headshots, none of them really landed because Lawler took his arms and went like this. Yeah. But the shots to the body and the leg kicks landed. Why he got away from that, I don't know. But he will have to reanalyze that right hand. And then when he's on one knee,
he's like,
yeah. And that's your bad hip, right?
No. That's my good one. If it was my bad one, I would have fell over and it would have been a wrap.
I mean, he was kicking his leg to the roof. But, I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
Bottom line is Melvin Manhoef was snoring. He's now sponsored by
we have to talk about Let me just skip over the next fight.
What? The next fight? The next fight is Herschel Walker versus Greg Nagy. We're not skipping over this fight.
Look,
Herschel Walker's an Olympian, a football player. Here we go. Here we go, everybody.
Okay. I am not hating on Herschel Walker. At 47 years old, that man is in phenomenal shape. But the only thing worse than Herschel Walker was his opponent and the announcers. Because those motherfuckers were trying to sell me Herschel Walker as if the second coming to Jesus Christ himself. Herschel Walker is fucking rotten.
Speaking of Jesus Christ, Herschel Walker has a Jesus Christ starter jacket.
The only thing stiffer than Herschel Walker last night was my cock if I pop 3 Viagra. That dude was like...
If anybody,
I mean, what was that?
I told everybody that Herschel Walker, like you said, you got to admire him at 47 years old, never having an MMA fight, getting in the ring and fighting and winning, but I knew that his opponent would probably be somebody from the local gym. You know, literally.
Which gym did that Bama come from?
He came from the gym right down the street. I talked to him the other day.
That was atrocious.
Yeah. But it sold tickets.
Congratulations. Nice job. And the one thing I did notice about their setup, which is a little bit different than a UFC setup, is they don't lose seats by putting big-ass screens up in the Corners.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 7.
That's breakfast.
Anyway, let's move on to the more entertaining fights. Although I thought it was pretty awesome when Herschel Walker was Robotron, and then he did that salsa move at the beginning of the first round. He was like this, shorty.
He should have moved his head, because I'm going to tell you right now, get in there with a boxer.
Bottom line, his old ass would fuck me up.
Oh, yeah. I'd shoot him.
Cyborg. But now this girl she fought was nasty.
Yes. That girl she fought hit her with a right hand. Cyborg with ha ha ha. I was like,
I would have been like,
yeah. I'm seriously, no bullshit. I want to see Cyborg fight about 120 to 130 pound male.
Yeah.
I'm serious. She can't fight a man her own weight, because men her own weight cut 20 pounds to get down.
If Christine Cyborg fights a 120 pound man, she will be snoring.
Think so? Even a 120 pound man?
George.
Okay, yes. I'm saying. So what does she? She needs to go over to Japan then, because they come like this.
She
big.
can go to Japan.
I bet she
Taiwan.
can fuck up like 8 pygmies.
Oh my God.
Maybe not. Anyway, Cyborg looked absolutely phenomenal.
She
as
did,
usual.
man.
I don't know.
And you got to give hats off to the other girl, because she looked good too. Yeah.
I think she was tired of getting hit.
Yeah. I mean, where was this girl all the time? I mean, some of these girls over in Europe are nasty fighters.
Yeah.
This girl had a nasty fucking right
Ground
hook.
game, had some good hands, but I'm going to tell you, Cyborg was... Dude, when Cyborg grabbed her like this and literally threw her at one point, I'm like, ah!
She's so freaking strong, man. I mean, she just puts that equation in where strength just... Oh my God, I keep rolling into this. Now, headliner fighting... I don't know if it's fight at night. Nick Diaz versus Mario
Rumkus. Frunkus was sleeping.
Yeah, now,
Diaz
they were
hands
banging.
Are nasty.
They are nasty. I mean, you know what's funny? They both were throwing hands. They came out. That was a good fight.
Yeah, but Frunkus was blocking everything with his head. He's like, I don't need to block. He was punching like this.
George is on a roll, everybody. I mean, God forbid, we're never going to. No. Obviously, you still the deal. We're never going to a strike force event, because we'll get fucking just gang raped probably. Anyway, oh, that's lovely. We've seen your blowjob skills. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Diaz looked good. You know, to me, and not taking away anything from his brother Nate, but I just think Nick Diaz is a much better fighter. He's just a little bit
more composed.
Yeah, he's a little bit at a higher tier than his brother.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of fighting, obviously, the Mayweather camp.
Yeah, Mayweather couldn't sit on the sideline long, so they had to find somebody for Mayweather to fight, since Pacquiao said,
"Yep."
And you're drug testing. So who does he pull from the ashes to fight?
Sugar Shane Mosley, who is a man who is admitted to taking PEDs.
So now explain that one to me.
Okay, you don't want to fight a guy because you said he's because possibility he takes performance enhancing drugs, but then you go ahead and you schedule a fight with a guy who is openly admitted to taking it. I don't understand. I think Sugar Shane Mosley, you can say whatever you want to about Manny Pacquiao, saying, oh, maybe he was dodging this, maybe he was taking PEDs, but I think that Mayweather basically told everybody, was he a little bit worried about Pacquiao?
I think he is. But anyway, let's get to who do you have winning this fight between Sugar Shane and Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Pick a round. Me, I see it going to the decision.
I see it going to decision.
And Floyd Mayweather's going to win.
And that's what I see too. I think if, Sugar Shane Mosley's a big guy, he's more powerful. If he can hurt him early and stuff like this, get him in trouble. But it's hard to do that against someone who's such a great counterpuncher, who sticks and moves. I mean, everybody knows Mayweather's game. He's fucking incredible at it. Sugar Shane Mosley's not getting any younger. If this fight happened 5 years ago, it might be different. Who knows? But I would have to say Mayweather going the decision and winning, probably a unanimous decision.
I say Mosley fights Walker next.
Walker will fuck Sugar Shane Mosley up. But
anyway, you have that fight coming up. That fight's scheduled for
May 1st.
May 1st.
May
and
1st.
Then Pacquiao's fight is scheduled for March. Is it in March?
March 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have good boxing coming up, along with the second round or the second tier or the second whatever of your Super Six.
Yeah.
That you were so high on.
Which
you have fires dropping out of left and right.
Yes, and what? Yeah.
That one guy still doesn't know where he's at.
He doesn't know. That's going to be good. So there's going to be a lot of entertaining boxing, obviously, in 2010 or 2010. How do they call it? They said you should say 2010.
Okay.
I'll just shut the fuck up.
Works for me.
Anyway, moving on to other moves. The Super Bowl. Wait, it's been laid. The New Orleans Saints. I just said Saints, didn't I? I know.
Slim Saints. Taints.
The New Orleans Taints will be.
Here's my problem with the Saints.
I might grow up one day.
You played against the Vikings. The Vikings turned the ball over 5 times, and you had to take it to overtime.
Yeah.
Let me explain something. If you turn the ball over 5 times against the Colts, you will be down by 21 points minimum.
Yeah.
The Colts are too high-powered of an offense. I'm not saying that the Saints will turn powdered
like powdered it, like sugar powdered donuts,
like Saints or Taints,
Taints, right?
Slim.
I agree with you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying the Saints. If you can get the Colts to turn the ball over 5 times, that's the only way you're going to win. Yeah. That's my opinion. I don't think they had 70 yards of offense against the Vikings. No offense to the Vikings, but 70 yards in the second half, and you still found a way to win. You did not deserve to win that football game.
The other thing about the Colts, which is really good, I think you have such a good field general in Peyton Manning.
Yes.
He's like a coach getting the ball snapped to him. He can make adjustments. He can start reading your blitz schemes. I think if the game is close going into the second half, I think the Colts win the game. Another thing the Colts do, they don't give up big plays. They might not have the best defense in the league.
Right now, everything I've heard about the Colts defense is they have the fastest defense in the playoffs.
Yeah, they just don't give up
big
the plays.
Kills.
Yeah.
Even game speed. That's Clinton Portis.
See, you just bringing up old shit, man. Game speed.
Hey, your boy Zorn's a quarterback coach in Bmore. What? Got hired. Got a job. You seen the new Redskins uniforms?
The Redskins got new uniforms.
Have you seen them?
No. You like that shit?
They're actually not bad.
Yeah.
One proposal is a W with an arrow through it. A lot of emphasis on the color black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You like that shit?
Nice. No, not me. I don't. I figured hell it could help y'all.
What?
Hell, something.
Anything could help the Redskins right now. Now, also Roger Federer last night defeated Andy Murray, kept the title away from the Englishman once again to win his 16th Grand Slam title.
And Serena Williams that's also a good thing. I don't know tennis.
Yeah, I mean, 16 Grand Slam titles, that's a record. Roger Federer is just freaking pretty much unbeatable. Serena Williams won her 5th Australian Open. She's unbeatable.
Did she wear underwear?
That's Venus. You got the wrong sister. Venus, you know what I'm saying? But congratulations to both of those guys. That ought to wrap it up. Is there something particular?
No, there's nothing. Well, here's the only other thing. The Senior Bowl was this past weekend. The big defensive tackle from Alabama came in, Cody, 370 pounds.
Right.
Pure butthole.
Was he that riding?
Yeah, they said he looked terrible and out of shape. Tebow couldn't throw the ball. They said Tebow looked horrible. But the one thing if you paid attention, Tebow spent most of the week in and out of the hospital, battling strep throat and infection. So he needs to show up to the combine, which starts February 23rd.
And
24th.
George, if you guys haven't kept up with all our shows over the past few months, George will show you exactly what Tim Tebow right now has to do at the combine.
And run up like a 2.840.
Yeah.